to work in, because like we were cooking and it was hitting, geez, probably like 100 and I think it was like 119 at one time at the kitchen.
Man, talking about all this hot weather, I don't need to talk about that because the minute I start talking about it, last day of summer, some finally hit over 100. We've had the wind chill over 100, but we've actually not hit 100 this summer.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad it's actually cooling down, because it like the kitchen right now is actually fairly survivable. It's like this is the first year we actually had to bring in external fans to start blowing some cool air through like any opening we could get it.
Well, it got hot up there too.
We have taken
Oh yeah,
objective apples.
yeah. It was hitting. I think it was like mid 90s all summer.
So you basically had the same pattern I did.
Yep. Oh yeah, like the summers up here are starting to get hotter, and the winters are starting to get really cold.
Might have to just move to Alaska then. It usually just snows anytime it wants to up there.
Oh yeah.
I know I got a couple friends that live up there, and one of them's doing gardening, and I was like, I think this is the first time I've seen a picture of Alaska when there's not some bit of snow. They both live in Fairbanks, so every time I've
Okay,
ever
yeah.
seen a picture that's outside, I've always seen, you know, melting away snow or a snowfall happening. I've never seen that they actually had green grass. You could tell me they had white grass, and I'd almost believe them.
Oh yeah, yeah, it gets pretty bad here when it starts snowing, because like we had a minor snowstorm this past year and it dumped 26 inches of snow on us.
I've never seen 6 inches, long less 26.
Oh yeah, well there was the first year I moved up here. Let's see, the summertime we got hit by a hurricane.
Real?
Oh yeah. And then the wintertime we got hit by a snow. They classify it as a snow hurricane.
We have lost objective apples.
So it's Noah Kane.
Pretty much, and it basically shut the town down for like 4 days because it dumped. I think it was like 12 feet of snow in less than 6 hours.
That's a lot of snow.
In that short period of time, yeah, because it was. I think it took me 2.5 days to actually find the car, to go and dig the car out.
It's like, car. This is the one time you needed the beeper on your car.
Yeah.
Well, hey, at least you have a need for a snowblower.
Yeah, I made sure we got one of those.
I know
Because it's
it
it's
was the
usually
funniest.
when, yeah, like when they say it's going to be a snowstorm, you can always, it'll go one way or the other. It'll either be you'll get a ton of snow or you'll get no snow. It's the ones where they say, "Oh, don't worry about it. It's not going to be that bad." That's the one you got to worry about, because that usually ends up dumping quite a bit of snow on you.
I don't remember what it was, but one of our neighbors, we had some snow that came through. I mean, it wasn't nothing major, and they were trying to clear their driveway, and they were using their leaf blower. And I went over there and I said, You know this ain't gonna work." And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Just because it has blower in it, don't mean it can do both of them."
Yeah.
It's like that's basically what a snowblower is. It's like, oh no 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 no. So I came back over to my house, got my snow shovel, and gave it to him. I said, "You got better luck with this than you will that."
Yeah. Mhm.
I do want to state I think a weed blower is the biggest waste of money ever. At least a snow blower ain't.
We have taken
I
objective
Yeah.
mean, if you're not in a snowy area, it's kind of a waste. But otherwise, snowy area,
We have
good
taken
investment.
objective Edward.
Oh yeah. Well, I was planning on getting like a snowmobile or a skidoo
We have lost
for
objective George.
winter this year.
That's what one of my buddy lives up in Alaska. I mean, he's got a truck that can pretty much handle it. But if he wants to, go shopping, and it ain't that he lives pretty close to some small shops around him. He literally pulls out his snowmobile and has it beside his truck. So if he has to go anywhere quick, he can just jump on it and head on out.
Oh yeah.
And the best thing up there is down here. I don't know about Canada, but at least in as every now and then he'll call us the lower 48, which I've always thought that was funny. Like we call you the higher one. Now it's more ironic because they legalized weed, but that's beside the point.
Yeah.
Well,
That's becoming legalized all across Canada. Yeah. Thanks to our nice premiere.
Justin Trudeau,
Yes.
bitch, you surprised I dropped the knowledge of your prime minister? I think is what he's called.
He's actually one of the most recognized people right now.
Oh, I couldn't even tell you what he looks like. Do you want to know the reason I even know what his name is?
Sure.
Is I watch a YouTuber by the name of Vintage Beef that named a mammoth Trudeau. Well, he named it whatever Justin's dad was, and then he made fun that he has a prime minister named Justin. Otherwise, I couldn't have told you who your prime minister was. I know you have a prime minister. I know that's what he's called. I don't know quite how it works. If it works like election wise or kind of a queen wise,
No,
there's
it's an
automatically
election.
election.
Yeah, like
So
the Queen basically has nothing to do with Canada right now, but if there's something that she weighs in on, let's say that she doesn't approve of making like marijuana legal, she can overthrow the Canadian government anytime she wants.
oh really? I didn't even know she could do anything. I thought you.
Oh
Huh.
yeah, she has the final say in a shit ton of things. Like if it's something to go against, like ethics or something like that, then she can step in and say, no, that's not happening.
But actually, now that I think of it, because some of your slang that is used in Canada is some slang that's used in the UK. Like
Objective
we
George.
call we call it college, and England calls it university, and then you guys, for the most part, call it university.
Yeah, we have both. We have colleges and
Yeah.
university. Usually, what colleges are is just be almost like community colleges down the states.
Yep. And then like your university is basically like our Stanford or Alabama, big schools that are not easy to get into.
Yeah, it's things like Yale and
I wouldn't go.
MIT and all that stuff. Huh? That would be the equivalent of our universities up here in Canada.
We have taken objective Edward.
I always wanted to go to MIT. I decided to go an easier route. Plus, I didn't like the fact of how much the schooling would be versus where I was going. I passed your little test though. That test was a pain in the butt though.
Yeah, see, they don't have entrance exams at the university up here. As long as you can spell your name right, you're in.
Ain't it free too?
No, no, it's actually
No.
extremely expensive up here. You're looking at
But you got
like where I live. Um, it's been voted the worst ranked university in Canada every year, and they're still charging. I think it's like probably be about 2,500 American per course.
wait 2,500 per course.
Per course, and that doesn't even include your textbooks. If you want your textbooks, it's anywhere between. See, there was a friend of mine. He had to get 3 textbooks for. He was taking nutritional studies or something like that. He had to get 3 textbooks that they used twice in the class, and I think it cost him like almost $1,000 US.
Now I know why all the kids up there are coming from Canada for college.
Yeah,
And then
and
as soon as
it's
their
a
four
hell of a
years are
lot.
done, they come right back up there. They're like,
We have
oh,
lost
we just
objective
like your school
Fair.
system, a lot cheaper. We like Canada, a
We
lot
have
better
lost
ethics.
objective Edward.
Yeah, see when
We have
I
lost
know
objective
like when I
Fair.
come up here because I went through the states, so the states does like the Michelin star program for cooking. Up here in
Mhm.
Canada, they don't recognize Michelin stars
We have taken objective Duff.
Hmm.
because they have what's called a red seal program up
Losing
here.
objective Duff.
So, but it's basically it's the equivalent of what you got.
Um, Actually, Michelin stars are recognized worldwide. A red seal is only
We have taken
recognized in
objective
Canada
Charlie.
and India.
It's kind of messed up.
Oh yeah.
You know, we're talking about all this cooking. I am gonna go and eat, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was a millionaire, you know what I would do? I would go to every fancy place and just get a grilled cheese.
And you
Like
probably
that.
wouldn't if you. I know, like down the states, grilled cheese right now is like the big hot thing, but it's all gourmet grilled cheese.
Oh no, I'm talking about like that. You don't have to do no gourmet. Just get me the. It's the bread, American cheese. I there's something I want to try. I'm happy I actually said that. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. I've never had a pepper jack grilled cheese, and I've been wanting one.
Okay, because I know like we've expanded our grilled cheese because it was just a basic one, and everyone was like, well, grilled cheese, I can get that anywhere. So what we started doing was we started putting um, our pulled pork on it.
Ain't that just a drilled